The image quality of that little camera phone, oh boy, nowadays isn't so hot. I mean, it has to be low quality because you don't want these giant images. You would never be able to send them. And plus, it's just a little teeny little lens there. But believe it or not, you can get some great shots. In fact, some of my favorite pictures that I've ever taken came from a camera phone. And partly that's because you've always got it with you, right? Yeah. And if you don't carry a camera around, but you've got a camera phone, those great images may be here. So for those of you who want to take good camera phone pics, Amber's here to share some tips to get the most out of these minimal megapixels. These are pictures that you took?
Yeah, we're going to go through them, and I'm going to show us just
really
samples of which ones turned out the best.
Okay.
So I found this article on PC World, which is the top 5 tips for taking better camera phone pics.
Okay.
And what they talk a lot about, I think, which is true, is that a lot of people tend to take camera phone pics of more candid, lifestyle-oriented shots.
Which makes them great.
Where they're really, really good, versus when you actually have a digital camera, you all pose, you have your arms around each other.
I
know. So, you know, it's important to try to take really good shots. So the first tip that I found in this article is to go into the light. And the first thing that I wanted...
the poltergeist tip.
I know. The first thing, I wanted to show is this picture I took of 2 of my girlfriends, and this is on my Text America account, which is a mo-blogging site. So this is where I upload photos from my phone. So these are 2 of my friends, and you can see we were in a dark restaurant, so the pictures didn't turn out too well.
Did you know that the glasses would look so cool in the foreground?
I kind of did, because that's actually my 3rd tip.
I mean, I really like that.
I know.
It's actually a great picture.
I really like the picture as well, but you can see it's a little bit grainy and dark because there's not good light in there.
These phones don't do well in low light. They really don't.
They don't do well in low light. So we'll look at the picture that you have there. So that's a photo that I took actually in Halifax, and I took it in midday. So one of the recommendations as far as going into light is take photos when it's, you know, bright outside.
Daylight.
Daylight, exactly. So that's a photo I took, you know, sort of mid-afternoon, and it turned out pretty well, I think.
Look how bright the colors are.
I know, it's really beautiful. So, you know, that definitely is one of my better photos with my camera phone. So make sure you take them outdoors and get as much natural light as you possibly can.
Okay.
The second tip that they have is to get up close. So here I'm going to show a picture of...
That's true of all photography.
It is, for sure. This is a picture I took at a Killers concert, and you can see I'm really, really far away, so it's really not that great of a photo.
These are really wide-angle lenses on camera phones, and so you can get much closer than you think.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, you know, it's important to, you know, sometimes you have to go right up to the picture. So
I have a lot of pictures like that, by the way.
I know.
I know there's somebody there.
I know, you think it's going to look good, and then you get it back, and it's so upsetting.
Well, you can see it better than the phone sees it.
Oh, you can, for sure. It's just really a big blur, so it could be any band. But this is a photo that I took of a flower, and you can almost see, you know, obviously it's blown up a little bit, and I've printed it off, but you can almost see the little dew on the edges of the flower. So that's something
That's with a camera phone.
That's with a camera phone. So I literally, with that photo, you know, as far as getting up close, I literally went, you know, this, if we see the camera, I went probably this close to the photo, or to the flower, and then actually took the photo like this.
Oh, come on, it's a picture of a photo, isn't it?
I know, it's not. It's a real flower.
The truth came out.
No, it's a real flower. So that's another really important thing, is to get as close as possible. The next thing is to actually hold your phone really steady. And so this is the photo that I was going to show right here. And you can see as far as the hand, this is at Licks. Mikey and I went to Licks for dinner. It's a burger joint. So you can see these are her hands right here.
Oh, wow.
And right here. So what happens, she's moving.
Blurry.
They're blurry. Yeah. So I know often I'll ask people to take pictures with my camera phone, and they'll be shaking a little bit, and those photos never turn out. You have to be really, really steady with the camera
especially
phone.
in low light.
For sure. And then this is another photo that I took, and we're actually moving in a car, so you can see this is my cousin Juliana. You can see how it's a little blurry because we're driving.
You get some interesting effects.
You do.
Just be aware that's what you're going to get.
Oh, for sure. So you get some interesting effects. And then a couple of other tips that aren't so much about taking the photos, but just after the photos. Number one, or the 4th tip he has, is to avoid compressing the images. And the 5th thing is you can always touch up the images. Go into one of your photo editing programs, and you can touch them up as well. If you have a lot of really good photos that you want to keep, which, you know, I've taken some camera phone images that I absolutely love, and I would love to keep forever. So you can go in, and there's some great programs you can use to touch them up as well. I
had over 1,000 pictures on Text America, which is a great free camera phone site. Makes it really easy. You don't have to know how to do it.
It's really easy.
And I moved to my own server and I left them on Text America, and I recently sent them an email to Jade and said, can I get those pictures back? And he had saved them all for me.
I know. I've seen
so
your
happy.
gallery, so
it's really fun to have
it's
those.
really fun to have
I
those.
would have broken my heart to have lost
I know.
those.
I use them all the time, and you can also, if you have a Flickr account, you can also
Flickr
set it
now
up
does
to email photos from your phone as well.
I'm using Flickr more and more. I think I'll start doing that.
I know.
Yeah.
So both are really good options. So it's kind of a neat thing. I think we'll see more and more people as the quality of the camera phones gets to be better. You know, more than 1 megapixel. You see more people actually just depending on their camera phones a lot.
I would suggest, though, because the memory in these phones is usually very small, arrange an account with Flickr or Text America. Both are free, so that you can upload them get them off the camera.
Yes.
That way you'll have them. And they'll be saved somewhere.
And I don't know how many times I've been on my phone and I say, okay, Mom, I'm at this, I'm with my friend Jenna and we're at this store. I'm going to take a picture, and then I call her back.
I thought this was a gimmick that no one would ever use,
I love
and it's great.
I absolutely love it.
Who knew?
Yeah. So anyway, just some good tips if you want to make sure you get the most out of the pics from your phone.
Very good. Thank you. If you want to know more about taking better cell phone pictures, visit callforhelptv.com and check out our show notes.